also. Well, students, good evening to all of you. So, guys, this is our first class of B.Ed second year. Okay. As you see on the screen, in your second year, there are 4 theory papers and 7 practicals. Right? So 4 papers and 7 practicals, right? So 4 practicals, EPC 1, EPC 2, EPC 3, EPC 4. I have already shared online, right? The sample copy. You can talk to your respective colleges. You can get over there. You can make it. Okay. 4 files you have to make side by side. And in these classes, we will discuss the theory papers. Okay. So we have the 4 theory papers. In this second slide, you can see the paper 1 is knowledge and curriculum or paper 8. 7 paper you have given. Huh? 5 papers are compulsory. 2 teaching paper you have already given in the first year. Right? 7 paper you have given. This is your 8 paper or paper 1 of B.Ed second year. Knowledge and curriculum, 100 marks paper. Right? This is the syllabus. And paper 9 or paper second is assessment for learning. Right? Again, 100 marks, 3 hours. Right? And 10th paper, guys, or paper 3 is, right? Paper 3 or paper 10 is inclusive school, creating an inclusive school. How many marks? Only 40 marks, 50 marks. Okay. 10 is an internal, 40 marks. It is a 1.5 hour. Got it? Next one is also 1.5 hour. Paper 11, mostly student opt the health, physical and yoga education, right? It is again 40 marks or 50 marks, right? If you add the internal marks. So there are 4 theory papers, nothing else. Okay. And if you see the syllabus, some of the syllabus we have already covered in the first year, but no need to worry. We will thoroughly discuss these all the theory paper also. Okay. So this is the first class. So these are your papers. Okay. There are 4 papers and 7 practicals. Okay. Practical we will talk later on. 4 practical you have come to know that. EPC 1, EPC 2, EPC 3 and EPC 4. Right. This is only Viva, nothing else. Okay. These 4 papers. You can write it, guys. If you have the copy and pen, you can pause my video and you can write it. Okay, these 4 papers are EPC 1, 2, 3, 4. You only have to submit the file to your respective colleges. Nothing else, only the Viva will be conducted. All right, we will discuss these questions also because it will happen the next year. Okay, at a very first day, I'm discussing with you because you should know each and everything. Right, guys? So, how we will proceed? So there are 4 theory papers, huh? As you know that we will discuss. We will start from the paper 10 or paper 3. Okay, it is a small paper. Okay, now you can see the paper 10 or paper 3, creating an inclusive school. We will start from here. All right, because sooner we will finish, these 1.5 hour paper, then we will jump to the 3 hours paper, right? Because paper 8 or paper 9, some of the syllabus we have already covered in the first year. This topic is new for you. That's why I want to start from here, right? So, okay, guys, I open the next PPT. So first, well, students, so good evening to all of you. So today is the first class of paper, first class of B.Ed second year. Okay, as the syllabus I have discussed in my previous lecture, right? You have the 4 theory papers and the 7 practicals. Okay, so here we are going to start. We are going to discuss from creating an inclusive school. Okay, which is your either paper 3 or paper 10. Okay, so first 7 paper you have given. 8th paper is your knowledge and curriculum. 9th is assessment for learning. 10th is creating an inclusive school. 11th paper is mostly students adopt the health, physical, and yoga education. So we are discussing from paper 10. So first see the syllabus. Creating an inclusive school, right? Unit 1 and Unit 2. Okay. As you know that in a Unit 1, two questions will come. You have to attempt one. Similarly, in a Unit 2, two questions will come. You have to attempt one. Okay. Means two long questions you have to attempt and two short questions you have to attempt in this paper. Nothing else. Right? Two long questions, 16 plus 16, 32. Two short questions, 4 plus 4, 8. 32 और 8, 40. बस 40 मार्क्स का पेपर आएगा आपको. ठीक हो गया ना? तो इसको जल्दी से याद कर लेना. ओके, मतलब I will upload the video also, as well as I will share this PPT with you also. Right? First, see the syllabus. Inclusive education, meaning, nature, need, and philosophy. Then models of inclusion. Then barriers. Then implementation and strategies. Then National Policy of Person with Disability Act. SSA. Right? Psychosocial and educational characteristics. And Unit 2 mein you can see that school readiness and support services, teacher competence, guidance and counseling in inclusive education, teaching learning strategy, and individual educational program. Okay. So guys, I always say that you should know first syllabus. You should know the syllabus. And in my next class, I'm giving you the assignment. You should know the syllabus also, right? This syllabus. Now I'm going to start the lecture. Inclusive education. Okay. Now first we will discuss inclusive education, nature, meaning, barriers of in the way of inclusive education, right? Okay. You can see the one slide also. I have made one more slide of last year paper. Okay. I will share this slide with you also, right? Ye dekho. This is the last to last year paper. Creating an inclusive school. Okay. Time is 1.5 hours. Maximum marks is 40. Compulsory questions 2 and Unit 1, Unit 2. Two questions will come. You have to attempt one. Because just see that on the above note, attempt 3 questions in all. Question number 1 is compulsory. Attempt remaining 2 questions, selecting 1 question from each unit. Okay, guys? तो देखो कितना आसान कर दिया मैंने आपके लिए, right? So side by side, you start learning also. So within a, 2 or 3 lectures, you will finish this paper also, right? Creating an inclusive school. ये देखो बहुत ही simple है, right? And from my next slide, okay, we will start the topic inclusive education, right? Now you can see this. The same questions come always, okay? You have already know that. You can check that all the 7 paper of a, B.Ed first year, okay, that was according to my notes. Not even a single question was out of my notes. Every questions will come. The same paper will come. Many students were saying that, sir, we just read your notes and, we have attempted, all the paper. Right, guys? So, okay, we start it. So this is our syllabus and I'm going to start from here. Topic 1, inclusive education. Okay. So what is inclusive education? Inclusive education means inclusion. Guys, this is a most important topic, right? Being teacher, you should know. Inclusive education means inclusion. It is education. Okay. Inclusive education means inclusion. It is education that includes everyone with non-disabled and disabled people, including those with special educational needs, learning together in a mainstream schools, colleges, and universities. Okay, नीचे देखिए bottom. Inclusiveness of education states that a normal student and a differently abled should get equal opportunities to get the educations to meet the special educational need. Okay. So further, inclusiveness of education states that a normal student and a differently abled should get equal opportunities to get the educations to meet the special educational needs. In conclusion, we can say that inclusive education is an approach that ensures all the children, including those with disabilities and diverse learning needs, study together in the same classroom. It provides equal opportunities for every learner to participate and succeed. It respects individual differences and promotes a supportive, barrier-free learning environment for all the students. Got it? क्या है inclusive education? Inclusive education means a normal child and a disabled child, means every kind of a child. Okay, they should learn the same education under a single roof. Okay, so you are going to become teacher, principals. You should be aware of that. Okay, Malav, you do not have to do such kind of a partiality. Teacher, yes, teachers do such kind of a partiality. Yes. So every student is a equal. You have to give respect. So this concept is called the inclusiveness, right? Inclusive education. Now we understand nature of inclusive education. Okay. Number one, equality and non-discrimination. Every child has an equal right of education without discrimination. Learner centered. Second is teaching methods are adapted to meet the diverse needs of all the student. Okay. So you are a teacher. You should know different kind of a method. This is your duty to satisfy the children. Right? Participation of all. Number third, every learner is encouraged to actively participate in the classroom and school activities. Number fourth is a flexible curriculum. Guys, curriculum should be flexible. Right? Aap just learn, those days of uh, 2004, 2005, 6, 7. Do you know that now? Syllabus was so hard. Many students, they, did the suicide attempt या कईयों का तो suicide भी हो गया इसी कारण because syllabus was so tough. So there should be a flexible curriculum. Now you have seen the new education policy. Syllabus is a very flexible. The curriculum, teaching strategies, and assessment methods are modified to suit individual learning needs. First thing you have to understand, okay, means you do not have to create a complex phenomena in front of the student, right? Means being a teacher, you have to teach according to the creativity of the child. You are a teacher. You are not a dominator. You do not have to dominate the class. Basically, you are a facilitator. Okay. So you have to teach according to the interest level of the student, according to the mental level of the student. Okay. So next, holistic development. Yes, this is your duty. Holistic development करो बच्चों की. Holistic development means all round development. Focuses on the academic, social, emotional, and physical development of the child, of every child. आज अगर कोई बच्चा इमोशनली अनस्टेबल है तो डू यू नो हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल? टीचर इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आज अगर बच्चा ही इज नॉट ए सोशल तो डू यू नो दिस इज ड्यू टू द टीचर. उसका फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट बेटर नहीं है, ड्यू टू द टीचर. एंड टीचर कैन बी अ स्कूल टीचर, टीचर कैन बी एल्डर्स, टीचर कैन बी पेरेंट्स. Okay, so this is your duty basically. All right, please do not think that you are the person who is putting the knowledge into the mind of the student. That's why student gets higher marks. If the student gets the higher marks, he gets because of his or her IQ level. And what is the role of a teacher? The role of a teacher is to, I always say that, to stimulate the learning of the child, to arouse the learning of the child. Okay, this is your duty basically. And what you try to think, if I'm talking about you, it doesn't mean you. It means all the teacher. Generally, I'm talking, okay? If I have to clear the concept in front of you, so I have to take the examples, okay? So these are the teachers. If the student is weak, guys, trust me, why he is weak? Because his teacher was weak, his elder was weak. Okay, got it? Barrier free learning, देखो, inclusive education removes physical, social, and educational barriers that hinder learning. Right? मतलब create an obstacle. Quality education for all aims to provide meaningful and effective educations to every learner, regardless of a background or ability. Actually, this topic is very much important, guys. And trust me, since independence, we are teachers are basically, they are ignoring the disabled child, they are ignoring the uh, visually impairment child, physically impairment child, okay, hearing impairment child, मीन्स आप कह सकते हैं जो स्पेशल, जिनको जरूरत होती है एजुकेशन की, स्पेशल स्पेशल स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, राइट, जिनको एजुकेशनल की जरूरत होती है, कई बार उनकी आंखें ठीक नहीं है, फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड है, राइट, नजर उनको कम आता है, राइट, थोड़ा मेंटली उनका इतना क्विक नहीं है, राइट। सो ये जो जितने भी इस तरह के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, राइट, जिनको आप यू कैन कॉल डिसेबल्ड स्पेशल स्टूडेंट्स, ओके, यू कैन कॉल दैट, ओके, तो इनको ना वी आर इग्नोरिंग, मीन्स टीचर्स आर इग्नोरिंग सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस। बट डू यू नो दैट you are ignoring those talents? Being disabled, they have done wonders. In my next slides you will see that. Once you are ignoring the, you means teachers, the ignoring the child because he is a visually impairment, he is a slow learner, teacher is not doing the more effort, and he is ignoring, but he is ignoring that talent, or that talent have done the wonders. So we have to give equal respect to all of the children, whether they are normal or whether they are disabled. Okay, अब आ जाता है नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, नीड ऑफ ए इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन। व्हाट इज द नीड बेसिकली? तो यहां पे वो बात आ जाएगी जो मैंने बताया आपको, वी आर इग्नोरिंग, राइट। द नीड फॉर इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन इज नेसेसरी फॉर एवरी कंट्री बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी सच चिल्ड्रन हु आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम नॉर्मल चाइल्ड, they are given a education together because the ability of a learning can be increased in those children. ये देख लो, लाइन बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, because the ability of a learning can be increased in those children. Actually teacher do not make more effort. There are so many movies on here, तारे जमीन पर आमिर खान की मूवी थी, हाँ, you have seen that, तो वो भी तो डिसेबल्ड था पर्सन, राइट, ही वॉज से, उनको आई थिंक डिसलेक्सिया की प्रॉब्लम थी, हाँ, यू आर अवेयर ऑफ दैट, राइट, बट वो आप देख लो, बीइंग disabled, and he has done wonders, and in the last he has got a number one position in the class, right? And earlier teachers, parents, they used to scold the child, है ना, तू कुछ नहीं कर सकता, so do not start, do not label the child, right? Work on yourself. If in your class there are 30 students, you are teaching to the 30 students, guys, this is your duty. Okay, there should be a holistical development of these all the 30 students. This is basically education. This is basically teaching. Teaching is not a content knowledge. What are you thinking that? If you are from arts background or science background, commerce background, do you know that आपको कॉमर्स आती है, you are a good teacher? Where it is written, right? Maybe your content knowledge is correct, but teaching क्या चीज होती है? What is teaching? You are doing the B.Ed. What is the purpose of B.Ed? B.Ed means pedagogy. B.Ed means you should know how to teach the students, right? B.Ed means teaching means how you have to transfer the knowledge so that it should be got by the students very smoothly. Transfer of knowledge. And from transfer of a knowledge, there is a need of this all the teaching methodology. There is a need of a educational psychology, paper one, childhood and growing up. You should have knowledge of a education, contemporary Indian education. You should have knowledge of a these inclusive education. If you are not aware of a inclusive education, guys, you will ignore, such kind of a children in your class, right? इसी को तो टीचिंग बोलते हैं. तभी तो कहा गया टीचिंग इज नॉट एवरीबॉडीज कप ऑफ टी. ओके, you should know how you have to teach. You should have the knowledge of emotional intelligence. Okay, बच्चा क्या सोच रहा है, बच्चे का लेवल क्या है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको टीच करवाना है. Right? So what is the need? Because we are ignoring those child and provides an opportunity for children, which disabled children get opportunity to progress mentally. देखो वो कर सकते थे, right? पेपर रिसर्च पेपर हैज शोन दैट, मतलब वो प्रोग्रेस कर सकते थे. मे बी फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड है, विजुअली इंपेयरमेंट है, सुनता उनको कम है, नजर कम आता है, ठीक है, स्लो लर्नर है, लेकिन उनकी लर्निंग एबिलिटीज आप इंक्रीज कर सकते थे. आपने नहीं की सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस. ओके, तो क्या उनको राइट नहीं है? तो दे हैव द इक्वल राइट, राइट, along with the normal children. Both normal and handicapped children take educations together normally, due to which a natural environment is created between them, which develops a sense of unity, brotherhood and equality among the children. आपने देखा होगा, when this concept came, inclusive education, before it, how we treat, how the teachers in the school treat such kind of students. Do you know that? Guys, for these students, there are special schools earlier of this concept. Okay, means you can say 10-20 years back. हाँ, if they are disabled, उनको नजर कम आता है या कुछ आता है, तो teacher directly ignores that. And you know what the process has started? They are sent to the different schools, special schools to learn it. Okay, even they are a normally disabled, only they are a slow learner, even usko bhi they are sent to a special schools. So do you know what happened? After some years, they have developed the inferiority complex. They have started thinking that how we are different from a normal children, how we are treated in a different schools. हमें दूसरे स्कूलों में क्यों भेजा जा रहा है? अब उनकी इंफ्योरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स इतना हो गया, इंस्टेड ऑफ अपलिफ्टिंग, राइट, उनको जो लर्निंग एबिलिटीज उनकी बढ़नी थी, ठीक है, इंक्रीज होनी थी, दैट स्टार्टेड डिक्रीजिंग. बिकॉज उन्होंने स्टार्ट कर दिया सोचना कि हमें नॉर्मल चिल्ड्रन के साथ क्यों नहीं बिठाया जा रहा है. Why we are not sitting with the normal children? Why we are sent to the special schools? Right? Why we are different from the normal children? Because such kind of wrong things are doing by the teachers. Were doing by the teachers. Okay, so they started the inferiority complex. So instead of increasing the learning ability, they started the decreasing. So that's why the new concept inclusive education came, and the definition of inclusive education is given that every children, however the problem he or she has, but they will sit with the normal children under the same roof. And if there is a possibility to work on that, there is a severe disease, for example, so then the special teacher will come in the class and special teacher will teach according to the general teacher. Got it, na? Student will not go to the different schools, right? The special teacher will come, right? So who can provide, such kind of a knowledge to the children. Got it, na? Right? But every kind of a children, because हमारा जो संविधान है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, उसमें भी ये लिखा है We have to give equal opportunity to all the children, right? Next, emotions like learning and social competition are also developed in children through it. ये देखिए ये चीजें होती हैं. That's why there is a need of inclusive education. In today's era, it has special importance because only this education can bring change in the today's society. Means inclusive education can bring change in the society. So it should be encouraged more and more. Right? Also, in place of the old education system, the new education policy is being used in the modern times. It is important to highlight that inclusive education does not accept a particular school or a classroom. देखो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, न्यू एजुकेशन सिस्टम क्या बोल रहे हैं? It is important to highlight that inclusive education does not accept a particular school or a classroom. Okay, which I have already discussed with you now. Right? मतलब before this concept, students are sent to the different class, different schools. Okay? मतलब teacher मतलब started ignoring those children. Right? So new education policy says that they should learn according to the with the normal children under a single roof. Got it? Now, separating disabled children from normal children is no longer valid, as children with disabilities have the same right to participate in the educational activities as normal children. आपने देखा होगा ना, you have seen that many schools, many principals, many educators, they claim that we are educators and they start ignoring these things. You have seen, na? They say that they are the educator. They have to teach to the society. And what they are doing that, they are ignoring those children. So now new education policy says that there should not be a different schools or different class for such kind of a children. If the children having the, for example, children is a handicapped, okay, and you are taking the class on the first floor, this is the responsibility of the school to provide the ramp for the children. Responsibility of the school to provide the cycle, वो जो होती है हैंडीकैप्ड के लिए साइकिल्स होती है. ओके, अगर बच्चे को सुनाई कम दे रहा है, उसको है ना हियरिंग की कुछ इंपेयरमेंट प्रॉब्लम है, school should have the hearing device. Yes, when the inspection committee comes, he checks all the things, then he gives the clear of the school. You can start the school. Okay, so these all the facilities you should have, right? And being teacher, you shouldn't ignore the such kind of a children. And guys, in the next slide, I will show you that I will show that you are ignoring these children who are disabled, who are having a such kind of a problem, but they have done wonders. Okay, so देखो next slide मेरी. स्टीफन हॉकिंग, राइट, ये देखो ये भी एबनॉर्मल थे. ओके, बट ग्रेट साइंटिस्ट हैज गिवन द थ्योरी ऑफ एक्सप्लोडिंग ब्लैक होल्स. क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स दिया इन्होंने, बताइए. वर्कड विद द स्पेस टाइम सिंगुलैरिटीज. अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन, देखिए जर्मन बॉर्न फिजिसिस्ट था. ही हैज गिवन द थ्योरी ऑफ relativity, got a Nobel Prize for physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. देखो, टीचर सेड दैट. नो, टीचर ने एक नोटबुक में टीचर ने एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन के उसने लिखा, एंड ही सेड दैट ओके, गो टू द होम एंड शो दिस टू द मदर. तो मदर ने जब वो पढ़ा लेटर, उसके अंदर वो लिखा हुआ था, टीचर ही लिख रहा है देखो कि आपका जो बच्चा है, यूर चाइल्ड इज ए वेरी स्लो लर्नर, he is not able to sit with the normal children, so from tomorrow onwards no need to send your child in the school. Yes, teacher has written this on the report. So Albert Einstein asked from the mother, what is written? Do you know what the mother said? That mother said that your teacher has written, you are a genius child. Okay, you have the higher knowledge from all the children. right? So from tomorrow onwards you have to learn from home. तो उसकी मदर टीचर थी इन ए चाइल्डहुड पीरियड. तो एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन ने जो प्राइमरी एजुकेशन है ही गॉट फ्रॉम द होम. ओके. बट आप ये देखिए, यही जो एबनॉर्मल चिल्ड्रन हैं, दे हैव डन वंडर्स. जियोन क्लार्क, नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. जियोन क्लार्क हु वाज बोर्न विदाउट लेग्स बिकॉज ऑफ द रेयर जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर. देखो, बिना टांगों के ये पैदा हुआ था. And he set the Guinness World Record for the fastest 20-meter work on two hands. It shows that being disabled, they have done wonders. Okay? टीचरों ने जिसको इग्नोर किया, तो ऐसा टीचर मत बन जाना, ठीक है? दैट्स वाई इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन तभी आपके टॉपिक सिलेबस में है, बीएड में, टीचिंग मेथोडोलॉजी, राइट? Now we discuss what are the features of inclusive teaching and learning. Okay, means how you have to teach such kind of a inclusive teaching and learning when you are in a class. So you should know all students have an equal right to education. Classroom should be made up of a student with mixed abilities. No children should be separated from the main groups based on the discrimination. देखो, stop discrimination. Yes, guys, you are the person, you do the discrimination. Yes, think about yourself, see yourself. You think that he is a son of judge, doctor. Okay, he will sit on the first row. He is a son of a rickshaw puller, he will sit behind. This is what is this? This is a discrimination. Yes. So stop these all the things. No children should be separated from the main groups based on the discrimination. Appropriate activities should be planned and each student's personal needs taken into consideration. ये देखो, हर बच्चे की नीड को कंसीडर करना है. यू हैव टू. गाइस, एक बात हर रोज व्हेन यू वेक अप, सामने बोर्ड पे लिख लो. जब भी आप उठो सुबह, सामने आपके लिखी होनी चाहिए, the outcome of the children depends upon the teacher. अरे, स्टूडेंट कौन है? आपका प्रोडक्ट है. वॉट एवर यू हैव गिवन द टीचिंग, राइट? क्रिएट एन एक्सेसिबल इन्वायरमेंट. व्हील चेयर, ये देखो आगे वो वाली बात है ना, व्हील चेयर, रैम्प्स, visual alternatives to lesson content for student with hearing impairment you should have in your school. Support should be provided to all the students to assist and allow them to reach their full potential. ये देखो, इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स को मैंने हाईलाइट किया, अंडरलाइन किया, देखियो. और आप अभी कॉपी तक नहीं आपके पास कि मैं इसको लिख लूं और ये इंपॉर्टेंट लेक्चर आपका मिस हो जाने है ऐसे ही. इट विल कम ऑन द यूट्यूब, कम ऑन योर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप, लेकिन वो पीछे पीछे चलता जाएगा. लेक्चर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है गाइस, याद रखना. So whenever you come in the next class, you should have copy and pen. So write the important things. Okay. Otherwise, when you see on the YouTube, then you have to pause it and makes by your notes also. Okay. Even I give the my notes, it's okay. But you have to develop your notes also, right? अब आ गया इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन. क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? देखो यहां पे, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मतलब इफ यू मिस दैट ना, if you miss reading the students, what is the level of a student, and you will come to know that only 1 month before the final exam, then guys what you will do? So this is your duty. First, ye dekho, number 1, first identify and determine the special needs of a various children free from physical defects. Before they reach a serious condition, first of all measures should be taken for their prevention. ये इंपॉर्टेंस है. टू प्रोवाइड एजुकेशन टू द स्टूडेंट्स थ्रू वेरियस इनोवेटिव मेथड ऑफ वर्किंग, कीपिंग इन व्यू द लर्निंग प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन. रिहैबिलिटेशन ऑफ ए फिजिकल चैलेंज्ड चिल्ड्रन. टू प्रोवाइड द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द लर्निंग प्रॉब्लम ऑफ ए फिजिकल चैलेंज्ड children. To provide information about the learning problem of a physical challenged children and to prepare group organization for improvement. फाइंड आउट द डिसेबिलिटी ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन एंड ट्राई टू रिड्रेस देम, उनकी क्या प्रॉब्लम है, प्रोवाइड रेमेडी देम, राइट। अब बैरियर्स क्या आते हैं, व्हाट आर द बैरियर्स, ये देखो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। बैरियर्स क्या है? नंबर वन, लैक ऑफ टीचिंग स्किल्स इन टीचर, टीचर में वो स्किल नहीं है, राइट। मैंने अभी आपको बताया ना व्हाट इज टीचिंग। टीचिंग मीन्स pedagogy, you should know the pedagogy, you should know the how to transfer the knowledge, you should know how to stimulate the learning power of the student, you should know the mental level of the student and provide the education according to that. What is teaching? Teaching means that if in a class is a class is a collection of average student, below average student, and the intelligent students. You have to prepare a such kind of a lecture that should be understood by the below average student, and the intelligent students. Got it? Yes. ये होना चाहिए आपके लेक्चर्स के अंदर. If you are preparing a one kind of a lecture, then you are ignoring the intelligent student. Sometimes you are ignoring the below average student. Right? Sometimes you are ignoring the average student and you think that you have taught well. Right? So, teaching, इसी को बोलते हैं टीचिंग. लैक ऑफ टीचिंग स्किल्स इन टीचर, ये देखो पहला पॉइंट, ये बैरियर्स क्या आते हैं. लैक ऑफ ए डेवलपमेंट टीचिंग स्किल्स इन द टीचर. आपने अगर स्किल डेवलप करने हैं गाइस, एवरी डे यू हैव टू लर्न, यू हैव टू बिकम द स्टूडेंट फर्स्ट. Teacher is not a teacher if he is not a learner first. You have to become learner. Every day you have to. Rabindranath Tagore has said that a light can never light to another lamp unless or until it continues to burn its own flame. Right? एक बुझा हुआ दीवा क्या नॉलेज देगा स्टूडेंट को? बुझा हुआ दीवा means, what does it means? If you do not give 1 hour, 2 hour on your professional development, on your learning every day, so guys, this thing should be blank, will be blank when you will in front of the student. Right? All the topics you should know it. Every day you have to learn it. ठीक है, अब मुझे देख लो, if the class है या नहीं है, but every day I give 2 to 3 hours for my learning. Right? Everything, every topic is on my fingertip. Right? अब आप you can evaluate yourself. 2 महीने पहले आपने पेपर दिए थे, तो अभी how many students ने you have opened the book and see that. अरे वो important topics हैं. Childhood and growing up, intelligence, उसके अंदर टॉपिक है, ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट है, राइट, लर्निंग थियरीज हैं, एजुकेशंस हैं, एडम रिपोर्ट है, वो सारा का सारा तो इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट डजंट मीन दैट यू हैव क्लियर्ड योर एग्जाम्स, ओनली दैट इट विल नॉट कम होल ऑफ द लाइफ इन रेस्ट ऑफ लाइफ, राइट. These all the things, it will, you should have the knowledge. Teacher should have the different things so that when he is in a class, he can satisfy any kind of the student. Got it? Social attitude, देखो कितना important है. अरे teacher should be pure from heart. Social attitude discourages the privileged student by creating a societal perception that these people are not able to do anything. You have seen in so many cases, है ना? होता है ना ऐसे, है ना, लेबल ही लगा देते हैं कि ये बच्चा तो पढ़ ही नहीं सकता, ये तो नालायक है, ये तो ऐसे है, ये तो वैसे है. Physical barrier. Child who is a physical disabled has problem in learning and they grab things slower than normal students. Syllabus. While designing the curriculum, it should be kept in the mind the curriculum should be flexible, useful and suitable for general as well as for the special children. अब देखो ना curriculum, आपने syllabus, you have seen that syllabus are coming so simple, okay, because we have to cater the need of normal children as well as special children or disabled children. बैरियर्स टू इंडियन एजुकेशन पॉलिसीज, तो ये सारे के सारे बैरियर्स आते हैं इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन में, बट बीइंग ऑफ ए टीचर यू हैव टू सेट इट, ओके. अब देखो ये आगे उसके सॉल्यूशंस. फ्यू मेजर्स फॉर इंप्लीमेंटिंग इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन. क्या मेजर्स हैं? Inclusive education helps the disabled child to develop a sense of a pride in their work because they actually feel like they accomplished something. We know that Albert Einstein was learning disabled, but still managed to become the greatest mind of the 20th century. 20th century का greatest mind था, जो टीचरों ने उसको लेबल कर दिया था कि he cannot learn. He is a very dumb student and became the greatest mind of the 20th century. Educating children with disabilities alongside their non-disabled peers is considered one of the better ways to provide educations to the populations in India, said by Shah 2005, Shah et al. The government of India needs to bridge the gaps in their education system to build a strong system of inclusive education in the country. So there are following measures for better implementation of inclusive education in India. कौन कौन से मेजर हैं देखो. नंबर 1, RTE, राइट टू एजुकेशन, मस्ट अप्लाई टू ऑल सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया. राइट टू एजुकेशन एक्ट ये कहता है कि एवरी चिल्ड्रन शुड गेट द इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी. राइट, और भी डिटेल्स हैं इसकी, ठीक है, डिटेल्स नोट्स में से आप यू हैव टू सी दैट. स्टेट एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एज वेल एज द अदर सोशल actors should recognize the importance of a broadened concept of a inclusive education. A policy of inclusion needs to be implemented in all the schools and throughout Indian education system. NCF 2005. क्या है NCF? National Curriculum Framework. Preparation of a teacher for rural special education program should be planned to integrate disabled persons in their own environmental community. Inclusive education should be flexible and must be reflected in the method and material used to give these children the widest possible access to the regular curriculum. A school-based support system should develop strategies for the whole school to meet the needs of a learner with special educational needs. तो ये सारी की सारी पॉलिसीज हैं, सारी की सारी इंप्लीमेंटेशंस हैं, ये आपको प्रोवाइड करनी है in order to remove such kind of a barriers which we just discussed. Parents have a right to be involved in all the decision making concerning their child. They should be seen as the partners in the educational process. Bringing special children into mainstream requires adjustment that school need to make it advance. Transport facility should be altered so that these children can move around with relative ease. Student-oriented components such as medical and educational assessment, books, stationery, uniform, transport allowance, reader allowance, and stipend for girls, support services, assistant devices, boarding, the lodging facility, therapeutic services, teaching, learning material, etc. should provide according to the needs of the students. So every school should have one. Already I have discussed with you. In service training programs of a 2 or 3 weeks duration for general educator and special educator in all the disabilities and in specific area of a disability should arrange to effectively teach children with disabilities. मतलब जो इन सर्विस टीचर है ना, दोज ऑलरेडी इन द सर्विस, मतलब उनके लिए 2-3 हफ्ते के टीचर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स होने चाहिए. गाइस तभी तो ना, वंस यू बिकम ए टीचर, तो देन यू शुड अटेंड सच काइंड ऑफ ए conferences, seminars. Only then you can, improve, these things. Those schools that are committed to taking in children with special needs, then teacher must attend workshops in order to be adjusted to the child's need. Okay. ये next करेंगे हम models of inclusion. तो ये सारा था guys हमारा, right? Today's topic. Okay. So now we see the syllabus. ये देखो, ये हमारा syllabus है. Inclusive education. तो what we are done today, ये देखो जो जो हो गया डन, इसको मैं थोड़ा सा हाईलाइट कर दूंगा. राइट, मीनिंग कर लिया हमने, नेचर कर लिया. अब देखो, ठीक है, मीनिंग वी आर डन, creating an inclusive school है ना. what is the meaning of a inclusive education? Inclusion. Nature we are done. Need and philosophy of inclusive education we are done. ठीक है, मॉडल्स करेंगे नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में. ये देखो, ये पेपर है आपका, और ये पेपर में कंपलसरी क्वेश्चंस में ये देखो आया हुआ है नेचर ऑफ इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन. हो गया ना आज आपका तैयार, राइट? और यूनिट 1 में मॉडल्स हैं जो हम नेक्स्ट टाइम डिस्कस करेंगे. नाउ आई शो यू द नोट्स. टॉपिक्स हमारा खत्म हो गया आज का, ठीक है, ये मैं शेयर कर दूंगा आपके साथ. ये देखो, आई एम शोइंग यू द नोट्स. क्रिएटिंग एन इंक्लूसिव स्कूल, ये नोट्स आई हैव शेयर्ड विद यू. ये देखो, ये नोट्स हैं 10th पेपर के. क्रिएटिंग एन इंक्लूसिव स्कूल, ठीक है, लास्ट ईयर पेपर आल्सो। ये देखो ऑन द फर्स्ट पेज सिलेबस इज रिटन, ठीक है, सेकंड पे लास्ट ईयर का पेपर, और ये देखो नेचर ऑफ इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन। देखो मेरा लेक्चर इज अकॉर्डिंग टू माय नोट्स है, आप ये देखिए, ऐसा नहीं है लेक्चर इज ए डिफरेंट, नोट्स आर डिफरेंट। माय लेक्चर इज अकॉर्डिंग टू माय नोट्स, तो एवरीथिंग यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, तो ओनली व्हाट यू हैव टू डू आफ्टर माय लेक्चर, यू जस्ट हैव टू सी दैट, राइट, यू जस्ट हैव टू लर्न इट, राइट। ये देखो सारा का सारा इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन मींस, ये देखो ऑल द चिल्ड्रन इन द सेम क्लासरूम इन द सेम स्कूल, राइट। ये क्या क्या नेचर्स हैं इनके सारे, ये देखिए, राइट। फिर ये लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हो, मीनिंग ऑफ इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन था ना, मीनिंग ये सारा का सारा, ये लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हो गए मॉडल्स के, नेक्स्ट टाइम हम करेंगे मॉडल्स का, ठीक है गाइस। सो साथ के साथ ही कर लो, आपका ऑन द स्पॉट ही खत्म हो जाएगा शुरू में ही, बाद में आराम से रिविजन्स करते रहना, ठीक हो गया जी। सो गाइस थैंक यू सो मच फॉर टुडेज क्लास।